Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. All right, so you guys are going to watch me do a floral arrangement for myself, and you're going to hear me talk about my recent miscarriage. It it has been kind of hard, to be honest. This was my second miscarriage. My first miscarriage happened when I was in my early 20s. But this miscarriage, it actually took place, I want to say March the 7th. I could be wrong, but I know it was a Friday. Um, Miscarriages are not really talked about. It's like a taboo type of subject. Either people are kind of scared to talk about it, or it's a very sensitive topic, which can bring on so many different emotions that can be very hard to handle. However, as a mother, a doula, and a human, I do not mind sharing my experience because hopefully I can be a support to somebody some way or somehow who has dealt with this, is currently dealing with this, or who will possibly deal with this in the future. But I found out I was pregnant um, with this baby. I was sorry, y'all, I was getting a little emotional, but I found out I was pregnant March the 1st, and it was kind of by surprise. I had a feeling intuitively that I was going to get pregnant soon. However, I just really didn't know it was going to be as soon as I had felt. But took a pregnancy test. I was really, really shocked. My boyfriend was really shocked. However, we were both happy. We do want more kids, and to be honest, we already have 4 babies, and the next baby was definitely going to be the last baby. Yeah, so it was like a bittersweet moment to, be pregnant and be like, dang, this is going to be the last baby. So, yeah, I was already having the symptoms. Even before I took the pregnancy test, I was having cravings. But, it's like when you find out you're pregnant, it just seems like everything just hits you more intensely. And, I felt that the baby was going to be a certain gender. I always felt that way with my other babies, but I was super excited, like I stated before, and just yeah, I'm not going to lie, I did have cramps before I found out I was pregnant, and then after I took the pregnancy test, and they were kind of painful, but at the same time, it was just like, okay, I just had my fourth baby in 2024, so I was just like, okay, maybe my body is, obviously still healing. Yeah, so I was just like, okay, I am getting older. I am like 32, so my body is once again going through changes. It's still healing. So I just kind of took the cramps as like, okay, my body is just going through another pregnancy. And then one day, I want to say, once again, it was the 7th of March. I had super bad cramps. They felt like contractions. I'm just going to paint the picture for you guys. I was actually in the process of eating one of the baby's cravings. The baby craved ice cream and cake so much, and I was about to eat that. And then out of nowhere, it was instant pain. It felt like I was in full blown labor. Like I was in the active stage of labor. And I was just like, what in the world? I tried to walk it off. I tried to just, breathe and just pace through it. I really didn't want to bother my boyfriend. Um, Unfortunately, that's how I am. I don't like to worry other people too much, but yeah, I really didn't want to, tell him because I was just like, okay, maybe this will go away. But like after 5 minutes, I was like, dude, this is not okay. Like, what the fuck is going on? So I, told him, hey, can you come here? Something's not right. And my fourth baby, my baby girl, she knew something was wrong because she just wanted me to hold her. And I was just like, hold on, Yaya, hold on, just give mama a moment. And I just felt like she knew something was wrong. And maybe, in her mind, she was like, okay, well, if mama hold me, maybe she'll be okay. Like, that's just the vibe that I got from her. And my other baby, so it was just like, are you okay? Mama, what's wrong? Because I could not hide that pain. It hurt so bad. Like I said, it deeply felt like I was in active labor. I called my mom and I was like, Mom, can you please watch the kids? Because I'm going to go to the hospital. At first, I didn't want to go to the hospital, but I was just like, okay, this pain is not going away. It hurts really bad. I'm going to go to the hospital. I remember before I told my boyfriend that I was in pain, I went to the bathroom because something told me to check for blood. I did not see blood at the time. But okay, fast forward a little bit. We were on the way to the hospital. The hospital that we drove to was like 30 minutes away. That's the only hospital that's closest that deals with labor and delivery because the hospital in my town doesn't deal with labor and delivery. They don't even have L&D apartment in that hospital, which is crazy. So, yeah, but during the car ride, I felt like I had to push. And in my mind, I was just like, I'm losing my baby. But I wanted to remain hopeful. During that time, I kept, wiping to see if there was still blood. I did not see blood. However, when we got to the hospital, they called me. They called me back in the room to, ask what was wrong and this and that. And when I had to give a urine sample, I wiped again before I peed in the cup and I saw blood. It wasn't a lot, but I saw blood and I just instantly knew. I just knew. And I just cried. My boyfriend, he came in the bathroom and I told him there's blood and he cried with me too. But yeah, so they took a blood sample. And they checked for, CBC. Once again, like I said, they took a urine sample. And, the doctor, he came in and he was like, yeah, your HCG is low for somebody that's supposed to be at least 5 weeks. I went by my little period tracker because when you're pregnant, it gives you the option to say that you're pregnant on the app. And it just went off of my last period. So I was just going off on that. I didn't have an ultrasound. I did have an appointment set up, but that was for next month because in the state of Virginia or in the town that I live, you have to be at least 8 weeks to get seen by an OBGYN. So yeah. But, he said that and I was just like, okay. Okay, so unfortunately, I wasn't able to get an ultrasound that day because they did not have y'all gonna hear my baby, but they did not have any techs at the. Hold on, y'all. Okay, my apologies about that, but they didn't have any techs to do an ultrasound. Which I thought was weird because in that hospital they have labor and delivery. I stayed in the ER part. I did not go to labor and delivery. I'm assuming because I was so early in pregnancy that they didn't really see it as a risk. So yeah, he Miss Yaya, girly. The doctor wanted me to just come back in the morning to get an ultrasound. However, I just decided to go to another hospital, which is an hour away, but to me, they're more better when it comes to just health issues in general, to be honest. So the next day we went there. They did the repeat blood work, urine, and I was able to get an ultrasound done there at the second hospital. Um, my HCG levels went down from 580 something to 380 something. So yeah, it was a big drop. They did see something on the ultrasound. They confirmed that the baby was not in my uterus. However, they did see fluid or a mass in my ovaries. They really couldn't tell or not if it was an embryo forming. I did tell them that I was having a lot of pain. Um, so yeah. Not too long ago, well, a few days ago, I went to the OBGYN that I had scheduled to see for my 8th week pregnancy checkup. I had to get my HCG levels rechecked. It went down just a little bit this time. It was 362. And I have an ultrasound scheduled for next week just to see if they still see the fluid or the mass in my ovaries. At this moment, I am still in pain. It's not as bad as it was, but I still hurt in the pelvic area. I am still bleeding. Um, I no longer really have my cravings, obviously, like I used to. The foods that I was craving, they really don't taste good to me no more. Emotionally, I have my moments, where I think and I wonder. Certain things can trigger, emotions. Like if I see baby commercials or if, hi girl, what, mama? Or just, if I just get deep in my thoughts. Um, but I do have a really great support system. I know that my angels are fine. Um, well, I said my angels are fine. I meant I know that my angels are with me, and I know that I will be fine. I see this as an experience of gaining a new angel. Me and my boyfriend, we gained a new angel in this process. In a way, I will be honest, like, I kind of felt like something was going to go wrong, but I am a natural warrior. I hate to say the word the terms natural warrior, but I just felt like, something wasn't going to be okay. I went through the stages of sadness, grief, blaming. I can't think of all the stages, but at this moment, I have accepted, that things happen for a reason, and just it wasn't really right timing. That's how I'm just going to take it. But like I said, I am thankful to have gained another angel, and I know that my angel will come back to me in human form whenever he or she is ready, and vice versa. Um, this has been a traumatic experience. I'm not even going to hold you. Because, like I said, just comparison of my first miscarriage. With my first miscarriage, I did not go through any pain at all. Believe it or not, I kept getting negative pregnancy tests, but it's like I just knew that I was pregnant, and I got, blood drawn, and it showed that I was pregnant. But like the same day I found out through the doctors that I was pregnant, I started bleeding. So it was just like I really didn't go through, like the cravings, or, like the really feeling and connecting with the baby the first time, like I did with my recent miscarriage. Like I was really connecting with the baby. Um, so yeah, but like I said, I'm right now, I'm just in the stage of acceptance. I still get sad, like I said before, just thinking about everything. But yeah, so that's my story, you guys. Thank you so much for listening. Please comment below and, let me know your experience and how far along were you, and, how you're currently dealing with things as of now, and if you have any children, or if you want to have more children, even after your experience. But, thank you guys so much for watching and listening, and have a good one. See you later.